junkyard here at ABC Pick and Pull in Lake Worth. Trying to find this 94 Civic that I pulled this ECU from. I need to come back and get this distributor. This is it. E16 Z6. Probably gonna come back and pull this motor here soon before it goes away. NGK plugs, which are really good. It's missing a screw. Just pull these injectors off. I'm gonna end this regulator, so I don't know if I have the correct one or not, but I'm gonna take this and then probably these injectors. And it's alive. I do got a little bit of a idle surge. I do have an engine light on for TPS sensor, but it is running, and smoking just a hair. Makes me think it's just condensation because a puddle of water and stuff keeps coming out of it, but maybe a little bit of a high idle. I can adjust it a little bit more, but it's a little bit of a bounce, but overall the thing is running at least. Okay, this thing is gonna go in, or I'm gonna actually pull this thing out tomorrow. I gotta make some adjustments onto this. I think I'm gonna relocate this battery back to the trunk again, and I'm gonna get it back here because I still have everything set up for it. I just moved it out because I was having a really bad grounding issue, so I gotta make a new ground so that it can actually be grounded correctly back there. So I just kind of had it grounded to the shock tower, to the shock, and it was starting to melt stuff over there because it was too close to the plastic. So I'm going to redo that and get that grounded to the actual body and do it correctly. Then I'm going to take this battery, or take the cold air intake, put it back down, and we will be ready to go. It does have an engine light on for the TPS sensor, which I'll figure that out here soon. I just want to get this thing out of the garage because I want to start doing body work. Like, I really want to get this fixed. It's really weak, and I got some like steel screen stuff that, because I don't want to cut all this out, so I'm gonna get it sanded down like to the bare metal, and then I'm gonna put this Bondo screen, which is basically a metal screen, but it's going to go on the inside here, and then I'll put some fine hair, or a thick strand hair fiberglass filler, which is going to go over that, and then while it's still wet I'll put a fiberglass screen over it, and then after that dries, then I'll run over with fine hair fiberglass filler. And then you'll sand that down, and then once that's sanded down, then we'll put regular Bondo filler over it and get the shape, and it will be as strong as steel essentially. But I'm ready to get this thing painted. I'm ready to get it out of this garage because I need to pull my wife's Nissan in here and get the wheel bearings changed out because they are shot. But that one spot on this car, or this Civic, was really the only spot that really, needed any major repairs. I got a few little like high spots right here and here. Already kind of sanded that down a little bit and fixed that. And I did notice down, let's see, I'm gonna have to probably get a new rear bumper support. See if I can get this, because I don't know if you can tell because it's so dark, but you can't tell. But anyways, all that bumper support down there is pretty rusted, so I'm either gonna sand it down and try and salvage it, and maybe Kind of do the same thing that I'm going to do to this here, and maybe fix it up somewhat as long as the middle of it's still intact and in good shape. And then either try to fix that or just buy a whole nother one. And then my 88 over here, I'm thinking I cannot find a clutch cable stay bracket for this thing, and I've already put my B series in it, but I'm really thinking about pulling this thing out and just putting a D16 Y8, because I have one of those laying around too. It'd be kind of interesting to have the Z6 and then the Y8 kind of have two different D series and compare the two. But at the same time, I really want this B18 swap to be going, because it's fully rebuilt. I mean, it's still got stock pistons, but the rings are new. It's got new bearings, new everything through that motor, so it's basically 0 miles on it. And the cylinder head's partially rebuilt. It's got the original valves, but new springs and retainers. And I would love to drive this thing. And I've had this 88 a lot longer than this 91. And I've never even driven it, because it's just, when I got it, it was gutted out through this whole car. There wasn't nothing in it but the dash. And it took me forever to find pieces to be able to get it back together. But if I can't find a bracket soon for that thing, I'm gonna completely pull that thing out and put a D16 Y8 in it, just so that I can drive it at least until I find that bracket, because it doesn't take me very long to put it back in. It takes me a weekend to do the whole, pull it out, put it back in, get it ready to go. But I did every bit of body work on this one. It was beat up pretty bad, and it was kind of my learning car, to be honest, because that was the first car that I ever did by myself, which to me it looks like crap, and I'm going to redo the whole thing again. It'll still be white, but I am going to redo it and fix this up a little better. I mean, it looked really bad. It was like this right here, but it was really wavy all the way through. But I had something spill off of it from the ceiling one day when my ceiling fell down, and I need to basically either wet sand it all down or just re-sand the whole car and redo it, because I'm not happy with the way it looks. But still not bad for my first paint job. But anyways, tomorrow or the next couple of days, I'm not sure when exactly I'll do this, hopefully tomorrow, but I'm going to try to get this car out of this garage and maybe do a little bit of recording of taking it around the block, see how it does. Catch you on the next one.